we're back, and this week for this week's craft roulette. And to rewind, the parameters for this week are some kind of a window card, November, color palette is red, yellow, +1, and use 3 circles. So for the circles, I was thinking using some kind of embellishment, because these guys are circular. And then for November, I was thinking leaves and sort of like this particular card color is like very similar to my parents' house. So I was thinking like if this was an outside the house and you had sort of a leaf maybe here or something, and then you had a window in it, and then on the inside, thinking I could use this Gina K stamp set I haven't cracked into much or at all, but picked up like a year ago, where you can do like all kinds of cool vignettes inside the window. So I think that would be neat. That's sort of the direction I'm going. I'm thinking I want to kind of tack this guy down before I cut the window in it. And before I want to do that, I want to try a technique. And the other alternative idea I had for the circles is this Catherine Pooler Modern Whatevers thing has some circles, and it has like these big circles. So I was thinking if they had sort of like a modern kind of, well, not modern, but like sort of a 60s kind of throwback wall pattern on the inside. But what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to do like a clapboard effect, kind of. So I saw someone had talked about basically using a scoring table to do that. So I'm scoring basically every ½ inch on this card front, which is, you know, obviously pretty easy to do. And I'll show you in a second how this works out, but now that I have it halfway done. So you get kind of like this sort of raised look. And I might do a little ink blending or something on it just to sort of make it more apparent. But I'm just going to, you know, the fold line. And this is the American Standard A2 at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and just that easy, pretty neat look. I'm thinking I am going to grab a different blending brush because that one is very blue. I will grab my like a brown blending brush. I don't think what color I want to go with. Maybe ginger. I think either ginger or terracotta. Probably ginger. So actually, looking at this, I don't really think I need it, but I think I will blend a little bit just around the corners just to sort of like give it a little more texture. Especially since like brown is a neutral, so it's a freebie in the world of craft roulette. I'm not sure exactly. Just sort of dappling this a little bit. And I mean, like, if I you know, it's not quite grungy. It's more like, I don't know. Kind of like that to add sort of I don't know, outside house discoloration. I don't know, weathering. Trying to think. Now I want to. Hey, get this out of here. This set actually comes with a moon, and it's not the one that's designed really to go with this because I forgot to buy it when I was picking up the Gina K stamp set. Here we go. There we are. A little sticky on the back, but nothing terrible. This one actually comes with a circle, so if we want to do some sort of other circle thing later, we can do that. But thinking I want to kind of center this, and then maybe do the leaf. Maybe like cut this and do the leaf twice, I'm thinking. Grab a little glue. I kind of want to use this, maybe one side of this here. See if we can't grab a little something like this and just push it down a little just to make sure it adheres. I do want to go back in with my scissors and just sort of cut this off, I think. Yeah. And they're right here in front of me. There we go. A few little pieces, but we have mostly this piece, so I'm gonna, make a corner here. Begin doing that, so I'm gonna hit it with a little more glue. And you really don't need much glue, obviously, to like tack this down. I mostly want to just have it be glued enough to get through the die cutter. I like that. There's a little bit of overlap. They're either really big leaves or we're looking from a distance towards the house and the leaves are coming with it. So, I mean, I think like basically, except that's upside down, but a little bit lower than that clapboard, but about like that, I think, is what I want. To unfold this. You don't really want it too high, I don't think. I'm more or less eyeballing this, which may or may not be a bad idea later, but we shall see. I think this should be fine. You know, blah, blah, blah. It's homemade, and that's fine. Basically, I want to punch a hole in the front of the card. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, one of my flippers on this doesn't fold up anymore, so maybe I can use that as justification to get a new one, because there's a really cool scrapbook.com has a very cool all black one I've been looking at. Gonna be a little careful on. Here we go. So this actually cut a freestanding frame, but I don't really want the frame to be too freestanding, and it squeezed out a whole bunch of glue, so I will move this over for a second. Get a little glue off my hands, but I may actually pull this out because I could ink it. Well, I may not. I'm going to definitely pull out the, oops, maybe I won't, because that sort of, that kind of got a little wonky. Because it seems like with the double thickness, it didn't fully cut through. So we could either run this through again. I think I'll leave it as is. But I probably want to go and, like, since this is cut, I probably need to use one of these scrap pieces. Probably want to, like, tack it down like that to keep this together. One thing about these challenges is you almost always run into some sort of oopsie. And there goes another one. Yeah. That's pretty grody now. We do want to kind of like just tack this down to make sure that it's glued. Whatever that fuzz is off of me. Oh hum. I want to reinforce this at the bottom too for a similar reason. I may actually go and I have scrap, so I think I'm going to go reinforce all these sides just because I don't want it coming apart later. Had this cut through, I probably would have just inked the frame and then then you could just put it back. But good to know for the future. This also kind of is creating a freestanding frame. So it'll work out. Just pushing down. But, you know, good news is if it's paper and you really didn't like it, you could always try again. So I have my red and yellow, and I'm pretty much going to use green, I think, is my other color, but we'll see. I'm going to mostly stamp everything in black and then go from there. Because what I want to do is sort of have a scene inside here. I think I'm going to use these accents along here, or I may actually just do my other idea. So what I wanted to do is grab a pencil to sort of trace out where these edges are, just so we can get a sense when we're positioning things. So I'm just gonna go and run it around the corners because I think I'm gonna like have other things here. So here you can kind of see the corners, so that's this is sort of the frame we have to work with. So I will put that here. So peel off the other stamps I was working with earlier today. Put these guys back. Although, I mean, who knows? You could have, I guess you could have an elf in the window. That red, yellow, and green would kind of allow us to do the elf thing. I wonder how that would actually look. Because that's not what I was thinking of at all, but it's kind of a neat idea. Like, actually, I kind of like that. Like, do that and maybe the circles as, like, fireworks or something. Okay, I changed my mind. I think we will do that. And which doesn't help using the stamps that I've wanted to use, but I may do another card with those and not screw it up quite so much. So get rid of some of this stuff. And grab the other stamp set we were going to play with. Oops. That was sort of my idea of doing a quick background. Where did I put that other thing? Anyway, all will be revealed. Now, thinking you could use these guys. I guess these are technically not circles. These are more like ellipses. But these guys are circles. So I feel like you could do like, and maybe one here too. I kind of like that as an idea. Like use two here and then reuse this here to sort of, or here. I don't know. Alright, did I drop my stamp? Ah, here it is. Okay, so I wanted to... This guy in the window would be about here. So we have all the rest of this to sort of do circles in. So... think like that. Well, then I may use this guy. And do like two of these guys. This guy's not quite a circle, but... I mean, this is a circle made of other little circles. So I think I may just do it that way. And since I don't really... Like, I'd like green for his outfit, so I guess I'm pretty much working with a neutral, or yellow or red. So, I think I'll do ginger, even though I've done a lot of ginger recently, but it is one of my favorite colors. And whether or not an ellipse in a circle, I mean whether or not an oval in a, like one of these sort of, not a fully circle count as a circle, I think they do. I mean they're the same basic shape. It's not like I was doing a triangle or something, right? So I'm going to about these Catherine Pooler stamps is sometimes they're a little sticky, especially the new ones. Yeah, I mean that one, going to keep... I don't want to over ink, so that's why I'm sort of doing this in... There we go. Yeah, there's still a piece, like, in the center that wasn't quite... Oops. Wasn't quite... Where would that be? That would be, like, right in here. There we go. That's better. So, how are we doing on our parameters? Well, we are doing pretty darn well. Just wipe these guys off a little bit. These are dye inks, so they're pretty easy to get off later, too. That's pretty cool. You see them through the window. There are leaves. Do some coloring. Let us yeah, I mean, there's at least 3 circles in there. Even more, one might say. Oh, that's mine. Just gonna color his face a little bit. Perhaps this elf will have more, not neon blue hair, but we will, I think he will be a more traditional elf. If I can find my, I even have my green and red out. So, basically, this is a green gel pen, but it is also a glitter gel pen. So I think we're going to be doing more of a traditional elf uniform on this guy. Yeah, I don't know why this stopped writing. That's weird. That is up. If it's jammed or something. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's... Yeah, I don't know. GM gel pens. Well, hopefully I have another green. It's too bad because I really like that green. I do have another green. That's almost... Yeah, I have an almost identical green, actually. Like, these are really close greens. I guess we'll see if they are or not. Yeah, this is much more of a... Yeah, it's much more of a lighter greeny. That's sort of a light green tunic. That's okay. Let me just whack this and see if I can't blend this out a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Edge it. Do a little more. Do a little more blending in there. Okay, better. Too bad. It's always unfortunate when you this red. Wow, this red is pretty juicy. Do a little candy cane and go back and grab the other one. And I want to, oops, forgot to color in his neck, so we can do that a little bit. And we just need a hair color. Oh, this is a nice blonde. Oh, that's how this works. Yeah, that's the only bad thing about like a really sharp point of these guys is they tend to break. There we go. I like this. This is a lot of white though. Although I don't know that we have a color I want to blend it out with. So I think I will leave that as is. Our fix here is holding fine, you know, unless you looked at it. I mean, it is kind of a neat look. Oh, there's a little, this guy overhangs a little bit. Let's trim that. There we go. Wow. Trimming complete. You know, you definitely have a window. You definitely have a guy. I don't know. It's like, it's November and like Christmas is waving at you. So I like that. Actually, I wonder if there's any... I don't know that I need a sentiment on this. Does this one have sentiments? It does not. I don't know. I think I'm okay leaving it without a sentiment. Once again, you're kind of fun. I don't know. I like craft roulette. This didn't quite work out as well as I was hoping, but you know, like it is an art project, and that's part of it. And I think in the future I would not do the leaf thing and just punch this first, and then like I think you could do some pretty cool stuff with this sort of freestanding frame. But I do like how it came out. So hope you have a good rest of your day.